Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank you for tuning into another video of 45 Bravo air guns. I would like to apologize for my absence. We had some family issues going on, some changes made in the family, and we have moved, and during that time period I did not have a place to make videos, nor really a lot of time to actually do that. Again, I do apologize, but now we're in a new place. I have a range I can use, a garage I can make videos in. And so thank you for being patient and being a subscriber. So last year I competed in the 2023 Pyramid Air Cup using a AEA HP SF in 22 caliber and a UTG AccuShot scope, and I placed 7th. The weapon performed flawlessly, but it was an older model. It's been discontinued, and it was unregulated, so I had to make some adjustments to where I could get the shot count to where I wanted it to, and the holdovers to where I didn't have to make any changes to my scope, just for the essence of speed. 1 dot under at 10 yards, or 1 dot above anyway, 1 dot off below at 10 yards, 1 dot over at 20 and 40, dead on for 55. But anyway, so I would like to have gotten the sniper version last year, but didn't have a chance to now this year, thanks to Bentac and Peter and some other people. I have a new SF sniper model in 22. It is similar to the original HP SF from AEA, but different. This version is regulated. Currently the regulator is set at 150 bar. It shows the pressure going into the gun. This shows the pressure that's in the tank, which currently is about 2,500 pounds, and this shows the regulator pressure here. Your field probe is removable. It is threaded. You can thread it in place and leave it in place if you wish, or you can just insert it, fill your gun, take it back out after you want. Depends on how you like to do it, or else what your shooting style is. This tank is also larger. This tank fills to 4,500 psi. Still retains the 6-position adjustable stock with an aluminum buffer tube, receiver extension, buffer tube, whatever you want to call it. The stock does fold just like the previous model does. Off to the side, it does have a dovetail here at the top. It does not have Picatinny rails, but you can get mounts to do that. Where this one really differs from the HPSS is this one can be shot in single shot mode if you wish, like a bolt action rifle. Currently it is set to semi with this switch right here. If you pull the bolt back, move that to single, this little retention lever pops up, so when your bolt moves forward it will not release the bolt until you push backwards on this. So you fire, you get ready, you load the magazine, that strips the first pellet out of the magazine, fire your shot, nothing happens, the bolt stays closed. 100% of your air is used to power the pellet. To cycle the action, as you reach for the bolt, you pull back on that little lever and you just pull straight back, open your the bolt far enough to strip off the next pellet, allow the magazine to rotate, let go, it locks back in place again. Fire your next shot, pull back on the little lever at the same time you're pulling back on the bolt handle, rinse and repeat. If you wish to shoot semi-auto, pull the release, pull the bolt lever back while you're still holding this small retention device down, move it to semi-auto. That keeps it locked in place. Now every time you fire the gun, it will cycle the action in semi-auto mode. Put it on safe, everything's safe. This is a transfer port adjustment that you can open or close your transfer port to control the velocity. This side of the gun has a bolt hold open feature. When it's in this position, it's in the hook. It moves up a small raised section right here. So if you're wanting to clean the gun or hold the bolt open at a range that requires you to have an open chamber, pull your bolt back, move that to the hook position, the bolt stays open. Pull back on the bolt, hit release, bolt moves forward. The magazines that this gun comes with are two 12-round factory magazines. They are decent quality. To load them, you rotate the outer screen counterclockwise, put a pellet in backwards so the head of the pellet is facing up, turn it back over, release a little bit of pressure, and then start putting your pellets in order and put that back in place. Like I said, the gun is a 12-shot with the factory magazines. There are aftermarket magazines that are available from AE Swede. These are CNC machined. They hold 17 rounds of 22 long rifle. On the original factory magazine, I put a little small piece of paint of silver right here, so whenever the magazine rotated around to the 9 o'clock position, as I'm looking at it, when that silver dot got to that position, I knew I was empty and it's time to change magazines. The original factory magazine does not have that, but it makes a nice little addition so you can know when you're empty so you don't have any dry fires. The AE Swede mag has a very similar design. That little white dot will line up with that silver guide pin whenever it is empty. Like I said, that magazine holds 17 rounds. At the Pyramid Air Cup, they require your first magazine to hold no more than 10 shots. There are 20 targets at 10, 20, 40, and 55 yards. After your first 10 shots, which should be your 10 and your 20 round distances, you have to change magazines. The magazines subsequently after there can have as many rounds as you want in there. Theoretically, you could do it with the factory mags with 10 rounds in the first one and 12 in the second. That gives you 2 misses. If you require more than that, now you have a reload. My theory was factory mag with 10, 17 rounder right there. Now I have 7 misses I could play with. So hopefully I didn't have to use it, but it is what it is. And it's just, I'm glad that they allow you that feature. This is a 4-16 UTG AccuShot Compact. I like it. The dots are easy to use, easy to work with. It's a very nice scope. It's the right tool for the job. The way the gun is designed is there's a spring and a guide rod right here. On the magazine, when you insert it, there's a dimple here that matches up to this spring-loaded detent there. Pull back on your bolt, put your magazine snaps in place, fire everything you want to do. When you finish, pull back, push the magazine out, pops out, load your second mag, keep on going. The gun is basically a piston-driven design, very similar to an AR or an AK. There we go. I had to loosen this up. The last 8 or 7 inches here is moderator, as the bullet exits the barrel. Part of the gas is tapped off to cycle the action, which I'll show you that here in a second. The rest of it is vented through here as it goes through the moderator. You can add an extension on the end that will allow you to use an aftermarket moderator if you so wish. Like I said, the way this gun works right here is as the gas is vented from as it exits the barrel, it hits the end of the moderator, it goes back through some holes that are in this end cap, it hits this piston, it drives the piston rearward, which cocks the action, comes back in place, driven by the spring. Suggest you slightly oil that every so often. There is a expansion chamber here that allows the gas to flow back from the baffles back in here. The baffles are here. They're made out of metal. They are oriented a certain way. The little dimple on the nipple of the baffle goes toward the back of the rifle. Your spacer goes in like that. Everything lines up. It goes back into the gun. It is a very easy gun to work on. The valve design is very easy to change. I've made a video on that if you wish to check it out. The gun itself is simple. It's reliable. It is adjustable for power. It is regulated. There's really a lot to like here. A lot of value for the money. This is going to carry me into the Pyramid Air Cup for the 2024 season. We'll see how I do in the Gunslinger event, and you'll have some coverage for that also. I wish to thank everyone for being subscribed and staying subscribed. Like I said, more video content is to follow. Again, thank you for tuning in to 45 Bravo AIRGUNs. Take care. Have a good evening.